Good morning, children. Once again, I am present before you with the same lesson, Indigo. In the last video, you have read what was sharecropping system in Champaran and what was the injustice done to the sharecroppers of Champaran by the British landlord. Now let's see. At this point, Gandhiji arrived in Champaran. He began by trying to get the facts. First, he visited the secretary of the British Landlords Association. The secretary told him that they could give no information to an outsider. Gandhiji answered that he was no outsider. So, that was the situation when Gandhiji reached Champaran. When Gandhiji reached Champaran, then he wanted to be aware of the facts, of the realities. So, first of all, he went to the secretary of British Landlord Association. He wanted to collect the information from the secretary of British Landlord Association. But the secretary refused to give Gandhiji any information. The secretary called Gandhiji an outsider. The secretary told that he was not going to give any information to any outsider. Next, Gandhiji called on the British official commissioner of the Tirhut division, in which the Champaran district lay. The commissioner, Gandhiji reports, proceeded to bully me and advised me forthwith to leave Tirhut. When the secretary of British Landlord Association refused to give Gandhiji any information, then Gandhiji went to meet the commissioner of Tirhut division. Children, here I want to tell you about division. Division is an administrative geography unit of a state. In Bihar state, there are 9 divisions or commissaries. Division is also known as commissary. One of them is Tirhut division. There are 6 districts in Tirhut division. East Champaran, West Champaran, Muzaffarpur, Vaishali, Sitamarhi and Surat. Muzaffarpur is the headquarters of Tirhut division. So, Gandhiji next went to meet the commissioner of Tirhut division because Champaran lay in Tirhut division. But the attitude of the commissioner towards Gandhiji was not favorable. In fact, very rude. The commissioner ordered Gandhiji to leave Champaran immediately. Forthwith means immediately. Gandhiji did not leave. Instead, he proceeded to Motihari, the capital of Champaran. But Gandhiji did not obey him. Gandhiji did not leave Champaran. Instead of leaving Champaran, Gandhiji proceeded towards Motihari. Motihari was the capital of Champaran. Children, that time there was single Champaran and the capital of Champaran was Motihari. But nowadays Champaran has been divided into 2 parts. East Champaran and West Champaran. The headquarters of West Champaran nowadays is Bettiah and headquarters of East Champaran nowadays is Motihari. But that time there was only one Champaran and the capital of that Champaran was Motihari. So Gandhiji didn't leave Champaran. Instead of leaving it, he proceeded towards Motihari, the capital of Champaran. Several lawyers accompanied him. At the railway station, a vast multitude greeted Gandhiji. He went to a house and, using it as headquarters, continued his investigations. Gandhiji was not alone. He was followed by several lawyers. When Gandhiji reached the railway station of Motihari, a vast multitude means a large gathering of people had arrived there to greet Gandhiji, to welcome Gandhiji. In Motihari, Gandhiji took a shelter in a house and he made that house his headquarters. And from there, he started his inquiries, his investigations. A report came in that a peasant had been maltreated in a nearby village. Gandhiji decided to go and see the next morning. The next morning he started out on the back of an elephant. In a few days, it came into notice of Gandhiji that nearby Motihari, in a village, a villager was maltreated. A villager was ill-treated, badly treated. At once, Gandhiji decided to proceed towards that village. In the morning, Gandhiji, on the back of an elephant, started for that village. He had not proceeded far when the police superintendent's messenger overtook him and ordered him to return to town in his carriage. Gandhiji complied. Comply means obey. The messenger drove Gandhiji home, where he served him with an official notice to quit Champaran immediately. Gandhiji signed a receipt for the notice and wrote on it that he would disobey the order. In consequence, Gandhiji received a summons to appear in court the next day. Hardly Gandhiji had covered a little distance, a messenger of the superintendent of police caught Gandhiji and ordered Gandhiji to come back to Motihari. He drove Gandhiji back in his carriage to Motihari and he served a notice to Gandhiji. He gave a notice to Gandhiji in which it was written that Gandhiji had to quit Champaran at once. Gandhiji signed in a receipt and wrote in the same receipt that he was not going to obey the order. He was not going to quit Champaran. In consequence, Gandhiji received a summons to appear in court the next day. Summons means an order to be present in the court. In consequence, as a result, Gandhiji was given an order to be present in the court the next day. All night Gandhiji remained awake. He telegraphed Rajendra Prasad to come from Bihar with influential friends. He sent instructions to the ashram. He wired a full report to the viceroy. Gandhiji couldn't have sleep the whole night. Whole night he remained awake. First of all, he sent a message to Rajendra Prasad to come with his influential friends, to come with influential lawyers, powerful lawyers to Motihari. Then he sent some instruction to his ashram and sent a telegram giving the full report to the Viceroy. Now children, Viceroy. Viceroy represents a king or a queen of a country and rules for him or his in another country. As the Viceroy ruled in India on behalf of his king or queen of England. Here you can say the higher authority of India in British time. So he gave the full report to the Viceroy. Morning found the town of Motihari black with peasants. They did not know Gandhiji's record in South Africa. They had merely heard that a Mahatma who wanted to help them was in trouble with the authorities. Their spontaneous demonstration in thousands around the courthouse was the beginning of their liberation from fear of the British. Next morning, whole Motihari was full of peasants. So the town Motihari looked black. Here the writer wants to say that due to the black hair of the peasants of Motihari, of Champaran, the whole Motihari looked black. Children, the hair of the British is golden. So, but that day, only the peasants everywhere were seen in Motihari. So, Motihari looked black. A large number of peasants had gathered near the court. Why? To save Gandhiji, to protect Gandhiji. Although they did not know the history of Gandhiji, the record of Gandhiji, what Gandhiji had done in South Africa, they only knew that their champion, their leader, any person, any supporter had visited Motihari for their sake and he was in trouble. So, they all had gathered in his honor, in his protection, in his safety. Their spontaneous demonstration in thousands around the courthouse was the beginning of their liberation from fear of the British. The way they had gathered there, it was their beginning, their starting of their freedom from fear. It seemed as if now they had no fear of the British. The officials felt powerless without Gandhiji's cooperation. He helped them regulate the crowd. He was polite and friendly. The crowd was uncontrollable. The official, the authority could not control the crowd, the gathering. They could control the crowd only with the help of Gandhiji, and they had to take the help of Gandhiji. If Gandhiji wanted, he could not control. Why should he control? Because they all had come for his safety. But no, Gandhiji had regard for law. Gandhiji was very polite. Gandhiji cooperated the authority to regulate the crowd, to control the crowd. He was giving them concrete proof that their might, hitherto dreaded and unquestioned, could be challenged by Indians. But this way Gandhiji had given them a proof and evidence that by now Indians were afraid of them. They obeyed the British authority without any question. But now they were ready to challenge their power. The government was baffled. The prosecutor requested the judge to postpone the trial. Apparently, the authorities wished to consult their superiors. The government was confused, in dilemma, what to do or what not. The prosecutor means the lawyer of government, the government lawyer, requested the judge to postpone the case, to postpone the judgment, to delay the judgment, so that they could consult their superiors. Gandhiji protested against the delay. He read a statement pleading guilty. He was involved, he told the court, in a conflict of duties. On the one hand, not to set a bad example as a lawbreaker. On the other hand, to render the humanitarian and national service for which he had come. He disregarded the order to leave, not for want of respect for lawful authority, but in obedience to the higher law of our being, the voice of conscience. He asked the penalty due. But Gandhiji protested, Gandhiji objected, Gandhiji opposed for the delay of the case, for the delay of the judgment. Gandhiji told no, the judgment should not be delayed. Gandhiji admitted his guilt. He confessed. He told that he was guilty because he had broken the law. But Gandhiji told that he broke the law not because he had no respect for law. He had regard for law. He had respect for law. But that time he was in conflict of duties. On the one hand, he had to follow the law, and on the other hand, he had to follow his own conscience. And his own conscience told that he had to serve the humanity. His own conscience told that he had come to Motihari only to save the sharecroppers from the injustice of British landlords. So he had to save the humanity, he had to save the sharecroppers. So that's why he broke the law. And as he had committed a guilt, a fault, so due penalty should be given to him. The magistrate announced that he would pronounce sentence after a 2-hour recess and asked Gandhiji to furnish bail for those 120 minutes. Gandhiji refused. The judge released him without bail. The magistrate announced that no judgment would be passed for 2 hours. So for these 2 hours, Gandhiji can be released on bail. Bail means the temporary release of an accused person on the condition that a sum of money is lodged to guarantee his appearance in the court. Means temporary release. Bail is verb also. When it is verb, then to release the accused person temporarily. But Gandhiji refused for any bail. Then the magistrate, without any bail, released him. When the court reconvened, the judge said he would not deliver the judgment for several days. Meanwhile, he allowed Gandhiji to remain at liberty. After 2 hours, the court reconvened. The court restarted. But again, it was announced that for several days, no judgment would be passed. So Gandhiji can enjoy his liberty for these several days. Rajan Prasad, Brij Kishore Babu, Maulana Mazharul Haq and several other prominent lawyers had arrived from Bihar. They conferred with Gandhiji, to have discussion. What would they do if he was sentenced to prison? Gandhiji asked. Why? The senior lawyer replied. They had come to advise and help him. If he went to jail, there would be nobody to advise and they would go home. In between, as Gandhiji had sent telegram to Rajan Prasad to come with his influential friends, so Rajan Prasad came with influential lawyers like Brij Kishore Babu, Maulana Mazharul Haq. Gandhiji had a discussion with all these lawyers and Gandhiji asked them that suppose he was sent to jail, then what they were going to do? Then all the lawyers told that they had come to advise him, to advise Gandhiji. If he would be sent to jail, then they would go back to their home. What about the injustice to the sharecroppers? Gandhi demanded. The lawyers withdrew to consult. Rajan Prasad has recorded the upshot of their consultation. Then Gandhiji told, but what about the injustice of the sharecroppers, the problem of the sharecroppers? Because Gandhiji told that he had come to Champaran for their safety, to help them. So what would be about their problem? Then all the lawyers withdrew. Withdraw means to leave the place. They left the place for consultation, for suggestion, for discussion. And Rajan Babu wrote the upshot. Upshot means conclusion of discussion, consultation on a paper. He recorded the conclusion of discussion. They thought among themselves that Gandhiji was totally a stranger and yet he was prepared to go to prison for the sake of peasants. If they, on the other hand, being not only residents of the adjoining districts, but also those who claim to have served these peasants, should go home, it would be shameful desertion. They all discussed that Gandhiji didn't belong to the district, didn't belong to the estate. He was a stranger, yet he was ready to go to jail for the sharecroppers of Champaran. And they all belong to the same estate, belong to the adjoining districts, nearby districts. Many of them claimed to be their saviors, but yet they were going to desert the place. They were going back to their home. So it was shameful for them. They must do something. They accordingly went back to Gandhi and told him they were ready to follow him into jail. The battle of Champaran is won, he exclaimed. After consultation, after discussion, they all went to Gandhiji and they told that they were ready to follow Gandhiji to jail. They were ready to go to jail with Gandhiji. Gandhiji happily exclaimed, told, if they all are united, if they all are ready to help him, then definitely the battle of Champaran is going to be won. They were going to win the battle of Champaran. Then he took a piece of paper and divided the group into pairs and put down the order in which each pair was to go terraced. Then Gandhiji took a sheet of paper and he divided them into pairs and he made an order in which each pair has to go to jail. That's all. Thanks.